3 quick projects out of the stuff you can't figure out what to do with. I'm over at the table saw, and what I want to do, be careful here. If you're not sure, carry it over to the bandsaw, but we're only cutting it about a 1/2 inch to 3/8 inch thick. So first, make sure you're using a wooden push stick. Thanks for the tip, guys, that sent me that, because if you get too close to the blade, that plastic push stick can shatter. Don't stand directly behind it, okay? Stand off to the side and get your wooden push stick. Hey, that's why you don't stand behind the saw. Do you see that? That thing kicked back. I lost a grip on it. You can be as careful as you want, but take every precaution, because when it kicked back, it could have hit me in the gut and that could have hurt. So with that said, now that we've got these cut down to about 3/8 of an inch thick, let's get to putting them together. You know what it is yet? Drop a comment. Let me know. Come on. What do you think it is? Next step, after the table saw, we're going to take them to the miter saw and cut them to 3.5 inches long. I tell you what, let's do 4 inches. It's going to be better. 4 inches long. All right, we're going to take 6 pieces. I'm going to use the 2 dark colored ones for the base. Now we're going to just glue it with some CA glue, some accelerator to get it quick, and then we're going to need some clear coat. Y'all down here with me? I got gloves on, because we're going to use that accelerator with that glue, and you do not want to stick your fingers to the wood. You need to line them up, because if you use that accelerator, you're going to be in a bind. A little dab of glue on each end. It's just to hold it until we get some pin nails in it. You'll flip it around. All right, this next one, I've got a dial that I have no idea what I bought it for. It's a 3/8 inch dial. I got this old cut off piece of cypress, and I've got this little block of cherry that we're gonna make something special out of too, that you could sell and make money on. Hey, cookouts are going on. You got that coaster. What is this gonna be? All right, guys, you can see I've got it about 8.5 by 8.5. And what I want to do is get the center of that. So that's going to be 4 1/4. And we're going to come in about 3/4 of an inch from each side. What I want to do is put 2 holes. All right, now what I want to do is take this piece of cedar, and we're just going to do a nominal measurement on the back so it's the same size, and then we're going to cut that. You ready? Let's get rolling on to the next step. All right, I want to lay my cedar on the board and mark the middle of the holes that you drilled into your base. Y'all know what I'm doing yet? So we've marked the middle of the holes, and now we're going to line them up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you need to get them as close to the center as you can. So we're going to measure the center. So with this one being on this side, what you can do is just line it up to the center as close as you can. Mark it, flip it, get it as close to the center as you can. Mark it, And now we're going to drill holes all the way through this. Now we want to glue these in. All right. All right, there you go. It's a napkin holder. So you're sitting outside and the wind's blowing. No worries, you just put it on there and you hold your napkins. Now you can use different size napkins. You can put a bunch on here for everybody. You can make your dial shorter if you wanted to. You could stack them in there if you had different kind of napkins, making it that way, and you got a napkin holder. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button. I got a huge reveal coming July 4th. You want to stay tuned. If you're into woodworking, it's going to save you money, lots of money, and it's a game changer. So hit that subscribe button. All right, let's get to the next project. Third and final one. All right, let's build something fun while you're waiting on them hot dogs, hamburgers, ribs, whatever you got on the grill. Somebody needs something to do at the picnic table. So we're going to take this 1x8 by 12, and we're going to take this 1x4 and cut it to the same length, 12 inches, and I'm going to put two 45s on the end of it. So let's get to cutting that. All right, you want your 45s to run the same way. Now that we've got our 1x4 cut, I want to mark the center of it, and it's easier to do it on the flat side. So you're going to mark the center of it as 12. And then we want to do half of 3.5, which is 1 3/4 inches. Take 1 1/4 inches, because I've got 1 1/4 inch dial. I want to take 1 1/4 inch Forstner bit, and I want to drill right through the center. Hey, by the way, I've got a video of the Herculese dust extractor, and I'm getting ready to put the Bauer shop dust collection system in. You need to check both those videos out. And I've also got the Herculese miter. So I'm telling you, Harbor Freight's been good to me. They ain't giving me nothing, but I'm telling you what, I'm liking the tools for a budget-friendly shop. That's the way to go. So let's sand this down real quick. You can router the edges if you want to give it a smooth side, but I'm not going to because you don't need to, but if you wanted to, you could. So what we're going to do now is take this 1x4 and we're going to glue it to the edge of our 1x8 so it's flush on the edge. Now let's pop a few brad nails in it. Good old Craftsman. Everything you use, there's a link in the description. We're back at the miter station. Look out! Gonna get you. Back at the miter station. We're gonna take this 1 1/4 inch dial and cut it to 16 inches. Let's wrap this one up. I'm sure you figured it out. It's a game to set on the picnic table. But we've got our dial, 1 1/4 inch dial. We've cut it 16 inches. You've also noticed I've added another 1x4. Just mark your hole. Just wanted to give it some character, you know. So we're going to glue this in now. You're going to fill up your hole. Make sure you get some on the sides. Wipe the excess off. And we're going to stick this in there. But we want to make sure that's good and tight. And we're going to clean up the glue. That in there. Going to let it dry for just a little bit. And then we're going to take our 22-inch top. And we're going to drill a hole halfway through. Not all the way through. Halfway through, center. So 11 inches, we got a 22-inch piece. We're going to put it 11 inches to the center and 1 3/4 inches from the side. Look, we've drilled our hole in the center of this 22-inch piece. Now, If you want to add a screw to the top, what I would do is when you get halfway through, a little bit more than halfway through, there's a hole in the center from your fastener bit. You can take that and use a small drill bit to drill you a pilot hole so you can put a screw in the top. Remember the center hole? Now I've got a hole all the way through. We can put a screw in there, and we're going to use a set bit to set our screw. I want to add some stability to the top. So I'm going to put two 45s, just like that. I'm going to glue it, brad nail it, and we'll be good to go. It'll keep the top level, and it'll give it support. All we need to do is sand it and put the tops on it, or the eye hooks, the string, and the hooks at the bottom, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, you could have done this part before you put your top on, but we got to measure over 1 inch from the sides and 1 3/4 inches to the center of the one before top on the bottom to put our eyelets in. Would have been easier to do it up front before I put it on, but hey, live and learn. That's woodworking. We're going to measure in 1 inch. Make us a mark and 1 3/4 inches on both sides. And that's where our eyelets are going to go. 1 inch and 1 3/4 inches. We're going to put our eyelets in, and that's what our string lines will tie to. 2 eyelets in. Remember, 1 inch from each end and 1 3/4 inches to the center of your one before. Now, what we got to do is measure up on our post. We're going to measure up 3.5 inches to 4 inches, but you'll need to adjust your string line to your hook. You want to be able to hook your ring on it. Make sure when you drill your hole, you're in the center of your dowel. You might want to cut about 14 to 15 inches of rope or 16 inches of rope so you can tie it off and then put your hook on and then trim your rope up or string line. All right, down to the last few steps. I've gone ahead and put the strings on, and what you want to do is pull your string to the top of your board where it meets, and that's where you're going to drill your pilot hole here. You know, I told you 3.5 inches, but if you want to adjust it by the string, you need to be to the exact top of where you're going to put your pilot hole in so it'll catch it like that. Now, next thing is, if you want to put holes here, little people use shot glasses, but we're going to use a peg because kids could be playing it. So what we're going to do, since we got a 12-inch board, we're going to measure 6 inches to the middle, and then we're going to go 2 inches. So you need 5 holes. 6 is 1, which is the center hole. 4 and 2 will make 3. 8 and 10 will give me 5 holes. That way, when the peg starts here, if you win on this side, it comes here. If the next person wins, it goes back 1. Then you win again, then you win again, and when you get to your end hole, you have won the game. So what we're going to do is measure 1 inch off the side and put those 5 holes in. Now I'm using a dial, and I'm going to just paint it red so you can see it, and that's what we're going to do. Take a look. There's your peg. So your ring's going to go up there like that. It's not as easy as you think, but that's it right there. Good little tabletop game. So what have we done today? We've done a little pallet coaster. Remember, they don't have to be, you know, I got it off on purpose because you want it to look like a pallet. And then we did the napkin holder. Now you can make these dials a lot shorter, but you know, it'll hold your napkins. So these are all things you can use at your cookout. So don't forget, as I always say, never forget, Jesus loves you.
Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah. Monday to Friday, I'm watching that clock, waiting on the weekend to head to the shop. Sun coming up, gotta call.